Welcome to the DYNAMO Show. I am your host, James Erdt. This is episode 45, where we interview experts, speakers, authors doing well around the world. Not only those that are putting the oxygen mask on themselves, but also those that are putting the oxygen mask on their community. We have some really amazing experts for you today. We are going to start things off with my dear friend, Victoria Lorient Faibish.
Hi there.
Hello, hello, hello.
So glad to be here. Thank you.
Welcome to the show. I am such a fan. And I can't wait to dive into your materials, and I know we're going to get some of those today because I'm seeing them on the couch, and I'm really excited about it.
Yay.
But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about your past, okay?
Okay.
Not only your past, necessarily the victories, but let's talk about some of the stuff you've overcome so our viewers can kind of understand the journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
yeah. Let's go back to teenage years, maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
That's kind of when it shapes everything.
I would say that my vantage point is the vantage point of wanting intergenerational healing to occur.
Oh, I love that word, intergenerational.
Yeah, intergenerational.
Sustainable.
Well, yeah, I feel like my narrative, shall we say, is an international one. I grew up internationally, and I grew up with a lot of, you know, family strife, a lot of family strife, a lot of family conflicts that we've all come through, thank goodness.
So being international, you must speak a few languages.
I speak some languages. I lived in Brazil, and I speak Portuguese. My mother's Portuguese. I lived in Portugal.
My son is half Portuguese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, love Portugal.
Yeah.
We're gonna go there soon. Yeah, great food, great people.
Yes, love it.
Lived in Portugal, lived in Brazil, love Brazilian music.
Oh yeah.
And growing up internationally, it's not easy to get in there. I mean, you have to assimilate. You have to become like a chameleon. You have to try and fit in. And then if there's issues at home, how do you handle that? So it's really a test in resiliency. Totally. I would say my life is definitely working to be resilient, teach resiliency, have resiliency.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
My word's resourcefulness.
And resourcefulness is
similar.
a similar word.
Similar topic, right?
And resiliency and resourcefulness are all about never give up. Don't give up.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't give up.
Keep your eye on the prize.
Keep going. Because there's so many good things out there, even when life is tough. And life will be tough. And it's to help us grow and to help us develop that muscle.
So what gets you up in the morning?
I would say that why I've written a couple of books. I've been doing what I do for over 20 years.
You're a fantastic writer, by the way. I got to give you
thank you.
Props. Like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for getting them out.
Thank you so
That's
much.
Great.
Yeah, it's a journey. But I would say that the books are really about, the first book called Find Yourself Culture. Why?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, often when I grew up internationally, what's my culture? Is it the country culture, the family culture? But what's my culture? And I think that people, when they're suffering from depression and anxiety, they're experiencing a lack of their own, it's not only chemical depression, it's a lack of who am I really? What makes me tick? So what gets me up in the morning is teaching people to find their self-culture and then translating that multi-generationally.
Taking it with you anywhere you go.
Correct. And stop, you know, stop the multi-generational patterns of dysfunction, if you can,
Yes.
through awareness,
I love it.
through rewiring your neural pathways.
I love it.
Yeah. It's so powerful.
Leading by example.
Lead by example, absolutely. And if you're aware, I mean, awareness alone can do nothing. Be aware, but then activate your awareness with action, repetitiveness.
That's right.
Action and
Ask,
repetitiveness.
believe, act,
Love
receive.
it. Love it.
Even The Secret, they forgot that little word act.
Act is so important because that's what's going to change your neural pathways.
Totally, law of action.
Absolutely. And your biology will support change if you repeat, repeat, repeat.
That's it. That's it. Now I know you brought that book. Can we see it?
So I'm gonna. So
I would
this is
love
the
to
first
see
book,
it.
Find Your Self Culture.
I
Here you
love
go. Have
it.
a check.
Oh my goodness!
It's
What a great cover.
Thank you so much. I mean
Very
that,
good.
and that really is
Thank
about
you.
chiseling your way through concrete thoughts that
You
no
even signed
longer.
it? Look at
yes,
that.
that's for you. Yes, that's.
Woo.
I don't
Moving
do the
from
punching because I
depression
like doing that.
And anxiety
Yeah.
to monumental self-acceptance.
It's all about that.
What's self-acceptance to you?
Self-compassion. Self-compassion is self-acceptance. We are so not often self-compassionate. We are so often hard on ourselves. The inner bully is leading the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like that is really that self-doubt, self-deprecation. You know, we're not perfect. I mean, you know, nobody's perfect. But if you can be a little bit, turn your inner bully into an inner coach.
Totally.
You know, you can really transform anything. Anything.
And when you turn if into when, even more
Love
powerful.
it, which is, you know,
Yeah.
power in action.
And then you wrote another book.
And then I wrote another book, yes. And of course, because if you're finding your self-culture, you are also looking at your relationship culture. Like, how do you do marriage? How do you do dating? How do you do conflict? You know, and so this is basically a manual on how to navigate dating, pre-marriage, marriage, and healthy divorce. If you so happen to go through that.
I need one of those.
No, you don't. But it's
all
here
of the above.
This is also for you and your lovely fiance. Yes, and yes.
So connecting, rewire your relationship culture. And it's wild because when it really comes down to putting me into one word of what I do, I'm a connector. And I know when to get in and get out. I love just putting people together and then just, you know, getting out of the way and letting them work their magic.
Everything is
I love
connecting.
it.
I know.
It's
and
just,
everything is connecting.
we're so connected now in the
Absolutely.
world,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
as a planet.
But I kind of
really.
want people to connect in a positive, healthy way, and they need. And if they don't know how to do it, they're not going to do it well.
Totally.
So they need to learn how to do it. I teach people how to fight in a constructive way because we're all gonna. It's
Nice.
you know, conflict happens. So there needs to be ways
Should
to.
we practice?
No,
Okay.
we're not fighting today. But if they want to read the books, they will learn how to deal with loving themselves, but also connecting with others in a way that they can multi-generationally impact the planet in positive ways, which is what really I'm about. Absolutely what I'm about. So
I love it.
I think
I see
if
a
I
small stack over there
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. This is for your Revolver Ranch.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. This is for the kids, or you can auction them off, or whatever you want to
wow.
do. You can make money with them for the ranch, or give them to the kids to
That's
inspire
so nice
them.
of you. Thank
Please
you.
enjoy
so for the
that.
Reviver
Yes.
Rejuvenation Ranch for at-risk youth.
Yes,
You know, Victoria
beautiful.
has given us a gift here. Look at this.
And,
we're
you
going to
know-
be filming a movie, a full-length documentary. Maybe what we can do is we can hand some of these out in the
that'd
movie.
be awesome.
You know, wouldn't that be cool?
And there's some good
Very
exercises in there for young people and for
Thank you.
people, adults, you know.
So let's talk about your pro life.
Yes.
You know, let's talk about professionally. What are you doing? How are you doing it?
So I'm in private practice, have been for about 20 years, and I'm a holistic psychotherapist, meaning mind, body, spirit, also a registered psychotherapist. So I have all the bells and whistles that are needed.
There's a lot of letters behind her
There's a
name.
lot of
I didn't mention them earlier, but we got the whole alphabet going on here.
That's right. Well, because, you know, I really love education and
Yeah,
I
you
love
do.
science, but I'm also a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
And I'm also Eastern-based in my philosophies, Buddhism, Taoism, meditation, visualization. My website is called visualizationworks.com because why? If you can see it, you can create
Love
it.
it. Can they find you on there,
Yeah.
Victoria? Like, where do they
Everything.
find you, actually?
Visualizationworks.com. Everything is there.
Visualization works with an S?
With an S.
.com.
Because why? Visualization works. I really feel like we've got to visualize what we want, and then that we can draw vibrationally that to us.
I love it. Where do you see Victoria in 5 years?
Well, I'm doing a lot of online programming on the Udemy, udemy.com platform.
I love that platform.
It's a
I'm
great
creating
platform.
a program for that myself.
Yeah, and I have about 7
I have
programs
two
up
going.
there.
One for Airbnb.
Awesome.
How to do perfect Airbnb.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, that's a great.
And then
that's,
one for cryptocurrency. How to get involved into the Bitcoin
and you're very
space.
involved in that. Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
it. It's my baby.
The stuff that I talk about, and I'm also a keynote speaker, so I talk about the stuff on Udemy is for personal transformation.
Okay.
You know, how to draw boundaries. What is a boundary? How to date in an empowered way. How to overcome procrastination. You know, what's your personality style? And then on the personal end, you know, sex is a use it or lose it prospect. So the whole notion of neural pathways and sexuality, and also, you know, how to do relationships in a way that you are experiencing empowerment. And yeah, and transformation. So essentially, I speak to people, whether you're working in a corporate culture or you're working in the personal culture, it's human relationships.
What is the success of your relationship? Why have you had such a successful relationship?
25 years, my beautiful
now
husband.
You got to do a fist pump for that one. Very good.
25 years Kevin and I have been together.
Kevin, what an amazing photographer.
He's a great photographer. He does
another level.
Yeah, exactly. It is another level. It really is.
Very good. I know he's worked for a lot of different TV stations as well.
A lot of TV stations.
Yeah, that's great.
And he does really incredible work, and I'm so blessed to have him with me shooting my stuff and shooting the video and the still stuff. So it's really great. And you know what it is about a relationship that works?
Yeah.
I believe, and I know you're in a very loving relationship and committed relationship, is, you know, acceptance of the person as is, and be willing to be vulnerable.
I love it.
And touch each other.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have to thank you so much for coming on the show, Victoria.
I appreciate that.
We're gonna have to go do a chai tea sometime.
Absolutely,
I'd love that. Pick your brain a little bit.
I'd love that. Yeah.
Psychotherapy styles. This is the Dynamo Show. I am your host, James Erdt. I am going to see you after this short commercial break with my next guest. And welcome back to the Dynamo Show. This is episode 45. I am your host, James Erdt, the chief architect of WOW for a brand called DYNAMO Entrepreneur, where we support experts in living well and doing good. And do we have an expert here with you today? Cathy Judson.
What's up, brother?
The wife of my dear friend Andrew Judson, who is also one of our guests, and we've done a lot of work together. And finally, I get to meet the mom of the twins.
That's right.
How are the twins doing?
They're awesome.
Yeah,
very busy.
They got to be like, what, three and a half now?
3.5.
That's amazing. And they're just buzzing around.
Very busy little girls.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So before you were a mom and married and, you know, doing this wonderful sweat bank stuff, which we're going to talk about in a minute, let's take it back. How did you kind of get here? Let's talk about your past a little bit. Any challenges?
Lots of challenges. I've been in the fitness industry for about 15 years now. It started in Paris, France. So I lived there. I did, I worked a lot at the embassies. I did a lot of personal training, moving between the embassies, schlepped around a big bag with fitness equipment in it on the metro and, and whatnot. Yeah, so I was there about 6 years.
Very cool.
And that's kind of where I started my career. And then I moved back home to Canada and was in Ottawa for a while on Lisgar Street, just a couple blocks from Parliament.
Parliament, that's right.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant with twins.
Fan?
Yeah. When I watch hockey, sure. And then I got pregnant with twins, so then I needed to go home. Needed to be close to family, and so Amherstburg is my home.
It's close to Windsor, correct?
It's close to Windsor.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But I heard you're on like a little
resort
island type thing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, very cool. So there's about 70 families on the island. So
do you have to like take a boat to get there? Or?
Yeah, it's 4-minute ferry.
4-minute ferry.
Yeah.
And in the winter, what do you do?
It has froze over before, and we have been stuck on the island. But it's not typical.
Not too
it's
often.
Warm, right down in the south. It's the tropics of Canada.
So I guess you gotta be like right near the warmth of Detroit.
That's right, the warmth of Detroit.
So let's talk a little bit about now moving into your professional space. Okay, now you got into the fitness industry, you know, as a trainer and stuff like that, but slowly over years you slowly become an expert. You know, you start to know more, you start to teach more, you start to have more experiences, and I know you competed one time, correct?
I did a couple years ago.
How was that experience?
It was interesting. It was definitely an eye-opener. You learn a lot about yourself when you do something like that. Like, I was surprised I was able to be as disciplined as I was, and it takes a lot of discipline to do something like that.
Do you like food?
Oh, are you kidding? I'm on my 3rd cookbook right now, so I love food. Yeah.
Wow, so you love cooking.
I love cooking.
Tell us about that. Tell us about your book.
So I have 3. One's called Get Back in the Kitchen. It's basically, and it's one of the skills that I think I'm good at. I can take a recipe that's traditionally bad for you, fattening, unhealthy, and twist it so that it's kind of like it's supposed to be, but tastes amazing and is less calories, less fat, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. That's why Andrew looks so good.
He looked good before he met me, but I have another one called The Balanced Vegan. So that one's all vegan recipes. I'm not a vegan by any means, but we have a lot of vegan clients who come to us and they sort of need to find balance. They're eating tofu all the time and that sort of thing. So I took it upon myself to create 50 recipes, and I ended up with 55. Amazing. That are completely balanced macronutrient-wise, and that aren't just tofu stir fries. They're actually really good, tasty things. So
I love it. Nicola, my fiance, and I, we were thinking about doing a show where it's like a couples cooking show.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Oh, I'd be happy to do that.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Now that's another skill. I do cooking classes and things like that, and I never knew how hard it would be to do public speaking and cooking at the same time.
Oh,
that's
wow.
actually
It is hard, really?
That's a new subset of skills that you need.
Wow.
Yeah, because you gotta measure and you gotta talk and you gotta make sure you don't burn things and keep everything clean at the same time. So
Now, are you actively involved in the business as well with Andrew?
Additional Nutritional, yes, I'm very actively involved. For the last 2 years, I've sort of helped him, get it up and going and doing as well as it is. I'm responsible for all the recipes in that, so we offer my cookbooks for free. We send out daily emails of motivation and recipes and things like that.
Maybe explain to the audience what Additional Nutritional is.
Sorry. So Additional Nutritional, we're a company, we outfit other gyms with customized nutrition, so for their members.
That's right.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah. So
Great service.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very, very cool. There's not a lot of customization out there when it comes to meal planning and things like that, and so we're not supplement based or anything like that. It's all just holistic whole foods. So I'm responsible for all the making sure everything tastes good and making sure clients are happy and they're not just eating chicken and broccoli every day and that sort of thing. So. Yeah.
Very cool. So where did Sweatbank come from?
So Sweatbank. I know
this is the big new project.
Yeah. So Sweatbank. So as I said, I was helping my husband with Additional Nutritional, and I just found that I was really, and I've always been in the fitness side of things more than the nutrition side of things. That was always Andrew's. So I just found that I needed more fitness back in my life again. So I was spending tons of time in the kitchen and tons of time writing these blogs and emails and that sort of thing. And I'd kind of come away from fitness a little bit, and I thought, I really need to get this back going again because it is something I'm just naturally passionate about it. I'm naturally good at it. It's something that doesn't feel like work to me. And so I have a following of ladies who love my workouts.
Men too?
I have men too.
What would you say the percentage is?
Sweatbank is for women only.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely have trained a lot of men in my past. But I just find, I made this a women's only thing because I think it's very much about community. It's not just about the workouts, it's about women coming together, supporting one another.
Amazing,
and I don't think we have enough of that. There's not enough, sisterhood type things where we uplift each other enough in this world.
Awesome.
So I made it for women only for that reason.
So what is the product? Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so it's an online fitness community where women can go every day to get a brand new fresh workout. Every day there's a new workout on there. So they could take it to the gym with them if they wanted to. They could do it at home. They could do it at a park. They could do it wherever they want.
Are you doing it live, or did you film them all
in
advance?
They're filmed in advance,
Oh, great.
Yeah, that way.
All in a controlled environment, right?
Yeah.
Just in case the twins are causing a ruckus.
Not only that, just you're doing a hard set and you swear or something, you're like,
oh no.
Delete that, cut that part out.
Yeah.
So the workouts, I find that I'm great at, and I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm great at creating a challenge for people at any level. So whether you're a beginner or you're an athlete, I create a workout that's challenging for whatever level you are, and women seem to like that and gravitate to it. So
I love it. Who inspires Cathy?
My husband inspires me.
Oh, that's a nice answer.
My children do too. It's just the people that are in my everyday
Any
bubble.
inspirational speakers or actors, actresses, philanthropists?
Geez, I wasn't ready for that question. You know what? I posted a photo today of Marilyn Monroe, and she's.
Oh wow! I was wearing a Marilyn Monroe T-shirt this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got like a bandana on, holding a diamond.
Nice.
A big one.
Maybe her, just because she had guts during a time when women really didn't, you know.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, so
That's
she's a courageous woman, but also sort of troubled and that sort of thing. And she definitely stood out in a crowd, right?
And did it her way.
And did it her own way, for sure.
Did it her way, yeah. Yep. What a leader. Where do you see yourself, let's say, in 5 years?
5 years, I would love to see Sweatbank as a grown community with 500 plus members. As it stands right now, we're just over 100. We just launched.
Is there a website?
Yeah, so it's sweat-bank.com.
Very cool.
You can go and learn more information there.
I love it.
There's a free 7-day trial on there too, if you wanted to.
That's cool.
To give it a go.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then what is this, like automatically people can continue? And,
Yep.
Yeah.
So
is it like a yearly membership?
No, it's a monthly.
thing?
It's a monthly membership, but we expect that the average member would stick around for around a year. But you know, you can hop out anytime you want. You could do it for a month and then, you know, choose to do something else. But
is this different or better than going to the gym? Like, is it like
a lot of
physical training?
Well, a lot of my ladies go to the gym already.
Okay.
So what it does, it just takes the thinking out of going to the gym. You don't go to the gym and go, you know, what am I going to do today? I can't afford a trainer. You know, am I going to do some dumbbells? Am I going to do, you know, it gives you the workout. You go in, you get it done.
And the accountability.
And the accountability.
Isn't that one of the most important things?
Absolutely, and that's what that community of women is all about, because these women go on and then they post, I did this today and it was a great workout, or I had trouble, or whatever, and then, you know, they're instantly getting, you know, supported by the other women that are there too.
I love it. Well, I have to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks so much, James.
It's so awesome to finally connect. You know, and I gotta get down there sometime. Maybe Nicola and I will come down and visit the island.
Yeah, do it. It's beautiful.
This is James Erdt. This is the Dynamo Show, and we will be back right after this short commercial break. And welcome back to the Dynamo Show. This is episode 45, and I am your host, James Erdt, the chief architect of WOW for a brand called DYNAMO Entrepreneur. We support experts in living well and doing good, predominantly speakers, authors, internet marketers, coaches, those that are really giving back to their community, not only putting the oxygen mask on themselves, but also putting the oxygen mask on the world. And do we have an expert here for you today? Her name is Tara Lee. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Namaste.
Namaste.
It's great to finally have you on the show. What I would love to talk to you about, you know, we have a little bit of time here, and I want to get really into your journey, because I know your story is just so powerful, and we're going to empower some women and some men, and we're going to share a little bit about how you got here. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so let's start way back.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to share.
I think always as a child, I knew I was a little bit different, but society tells us that we should live a certain way, so I did that. I got married, had kids, had the dream life that everybody would want. And then I found I wasn't happy. So in that space, I realized things need to change for me. I wasn't living the life I was meant to live. I wasn't living my purpose. So I decided that I needed to change that. In that, I got a divorce. I actually lost my job, lost my house, lost my marriage. Eventually, I ended up losing my children.
Oh my.
For a period of time, I got them back.
Wow.
But because of that, in that space of loss, I really found who I was. When everything was stripped away and all I had left was myself, I really found who I was.
Life is for us, not to us.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It was a really great lesson. You know, most people would look at that and think that it was a tragedy and think like.
Timing-wise, are you comfortable sharing kind of 1 year ago, 10 years ago?
Six years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That happened. But I found myself in that space, in that space of loss. I really found myself. I started meditating. I did at the Willpower Institute, and I meditated, and I meditated. Actually, I took the program 2 years and ended up in Thailand.
Oh my!
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's definitely on my bucket list.
Yes, I did a meditation retreat in Thailand
Very
with
cool.
master teacher Lumpa, and that really changed my life.
I bet.
So all those spiritual books I read and all those teachings I heard about, as you know, change your inside and your your outside changes, the world outside changes. I had that experience. I definitely had that experience. Yes,
Very cool.
I went from lying on the bathroom floor thinking life was over to creating the life that I want.
The life of your dreams.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So now from Thailand, what happened then? Like, where did you go?
So I came back from Thailand, and I had actually got my children back.
Nice, very good. Very good. Tell us about your kids.
I have 3 kids.
Yeah. How old are they?
8, 10, and 12.
8, 10, and 12.
Yeah,
Great
girl, boy,
ages.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing. They
Very
teach
cool.
you a lot. I believe that
yeah.
our children are our greatest teachers.
Oh, yeah. I'd be long gone if it wasn't for my kids.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Truth that.
Yeah, so I came back from Thailand, got my kids back. All the court proceedings and everything else was over, because that was a pretty long battle.
Lots of fun, eh?
Yeah, and I was sitting there one day, honestly, this is how it goes. I was sitting there one day on the couch, and I heard, you know, intuition, grab a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm like, okay, I grab a piece of paper and a pencil and I start writing. I just start writing, it just starts flowing.
Okay.
And everything I wrote down on that piece of paper is currently, I own Thrive, the store,
Nice,
and
yes.
that is what is currently in that store. Within 3 months, I believe I opened that store.
So complete manifestation.
Complete manifestation.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I wrote it on a piece of paper. Within a week, somebody called me, asked me if I wanted to share a space. I agreed. It turned into a store and signed a lease within a couple months, and it was open.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And this is like right after coming back and going through the court proceedings, and right away you got it right into the business side of spirituality.
It happened. Yes,
You
it really just happened. I believe where we put our energy, where we focus our energy goes. And
So who inspires Tara? Like, do you have any
me?
role models or women or men, actors,
That's
actresses,
a really
philanthropists?
interesting question,
Yeah.
because there's so many people that inspire me. It's not just like one person. It's not the great people we see, like, of course, like Wayne Dyer or Tony Robbins or, you know, Zig Ziglar or Les Brown, those great people. Of course they inspire me, but it's also the people that surround me, the people that have helped me along my journey. And then it's also my children,
Yeah, I was gonna
right?
say that. Probably
It's
your
also my
kids.
clients as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
When you get to give back and help somebody and change their life, you want to keep doing that. It's very fulfilling, and so that inspires me to keep on helping, to keep on giving, to keep on moving forward, become better so I can help other people become better.
It's wild. I just spoke at the United Nations. I was the keynote speaker for the United Nations of Canada, and they asked me to speak on a topic of multiculturalism. But I was like, that's kind of an old topic, because that's saying like, you're different than me, you're different than me, you're different than me. So I thought, let's talk about the human tribe. So you got like the police there and all the higher ups and different judges and stuff. And I said, let's talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Go back to the paper from 1943, but we'll add a couple extra levels in there, because I think we're evolving as a human species. And the 7th level is self-actualization, which is kind of what you did. So you went to Thailand, you figured you out, and you took it to a level where you've now moved into the 8th level, which is transcendence, giving back to other individuals, helping them get to level 7. And that's kind of what I'm hearing right now.
And it is, but it's a continuous journey. Like I find challenges along my path all the time, right? It's not like I did it, I'm done, it's
perfect.
over. Well, I'm perfectly imperfect.
Very good.
Right? Perfectly
Very
imperfect.
good. Perfectly human.
Yes. So I find that, you know, I believe it was Zig Ziglar, I could be mistaken, but he talks about, you know, motivation and making yourself better. It's like having a shower. You have the shower, you get clean, but you just don't stop doing it. You have to continuously grow and continuously do it. It's not like you get to a point and you're done.
Yeah.
We need to continuously grow, right?
Life happens.
Life happens.
Right?
Yeah.
Life happens for us, not to us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself, let's say, in like 5 years? Like, what's the direction you're heading? Are you still writing on little pieces of paper with pencil?
I'm still, yes, I do.
Any vision boards?
Yes, I do vision boards.
Those are cool. I do
Yes.
those once in a while.
Yes.
I just did one recently. Well, I'm not done yet, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm actually getting involved with Marcos Mendez. You know
Oh,
Marcos?
nice.
Yes.
Mendoza, yeah.
Yes, I'm
Very
getting
good.
involved with him.
He was our first guest. You know that?
I do know that.
He was actually here,
I do know that.
sitting where you were sitting.
And he's such an inspiration,
Oh, my
and his
goodness.
energy is beautiful,
Yeah.
and I'm very grateful for him. So I'm working with him,
Good.
progressing to do more online stuff so I can reach a bigger audience.
Nice.
I
So
feel
you're taking the Startup Foundations course?
I am.
Great work.
I am.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
He's done so well, even in the past 5 years, just by going through his own breakthrough and stepping on stage, and he won the DYNAMO Speaker Talent Search, and it just evolved from there, and just making that effort and that energy and utilizing the law of attraction.
Yes.
Driving for it, and it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing.
Yes, and he is also very inspirational to me.
Oh my God.
He's
Very
he
good.
pushes me, and he's like, "You can do this. You got this. I believe in you. You have so much, so much to give. Why are you only giving it to this many people when you can give it to this many people?"
That's
So
awesome.
really, in 5 years, that's my goal: to reach as many people as I can, to inspire, to help them grow, to pull them up the ladder, push them past me where I am.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about your target demographic. Like, if you could basically say, hey, this is the group that I would really like to focus on niche-wise. Is it like the general world, or is it like a specific niche?
Well, of course, I'd love to help everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that the people I'd be able to help most is other women that are struggling, that are in a position where they think that's it, where they're not happy and they want more.
Yeah.
Because I've been on that journey.
You've been there.
I've been
You've lived
there.
it.
And
maybe that was your gift.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that, when we've been along a journey and we know what it takes and we know how to get there, we can help those other people that are there, that think they're stuck, that
You
are
can
on
write
that
the book.
bathroom floor crying,
That's
right? That life is over, I can't do this, I've lost everything. But that's not true.
Any books coming out of you? Any, writings? I mean, right now I hear there's all this information, all this knowledge, all this experience and wisdom, Have you
Well,
considered putting it into like a
I
book?
have considered it.
Yeah, what would the title be? First thing that comes to mind.
I don't know. Live the life you want.
Live the life you want.
Yeah,
Isn't that what it's all about?
it is.
Right?
It
Joy,
is.
following joy, bliss,
Following your bliss.
being happy.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're here for. That's awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short commercial break. But when I come back, I would love to learn a little bit more about the professional side of what you do, and then we'll talk about Thrive. How does that sound?
Okay, perfect.
Very cool.
Yes.
Awesome. So this is James Erdt. I'm here with Tara Lee. We are going to be right back after this short commercial break. See you soon. Welcome back to the DYNAMO Show. I am your host, James Erdt. I am sitting here with the lovely Tara Lee. We are going to talk about her amazing fitness journey. You've done so well. I'm so inspired by you. I'm sure many women are inspired by you, but I'm going to let you share about that.
Yeah, actually, many women are inspired by me, which came as a huge shock to me.
Wow.
So
Any women you were inspired by before you got started on that journey?
actually, no.
No?
I did it for myself.
Yeah.
I was feeling my age, 29.
Yeah.
US.
Very
And-
US. That's so good. That's good.
So I was starting to feel my age. I work on myself so much,
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? I do all that stuff, but physically, I had put on a few pounds. I wasn't fitting my clothes like I used to. So I just wasn't feeling the greatest. And I think that the physical piece was the piece that was missing. So I decided to start to get fit. I wanted to shed the few pounds that I have gained, feel better about myself.
How long ago is this, just so we can get over that?
April of last year.
April last
so
year,
not-
28.
Yeah, so just over a year ago.
28 US. Gotcha.
So I went to the gym and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I went
So
to
you
the
just started
gym.
gym membership and you started?
I got it. Well, yeah, I went to the gym. I went to the YMCA and I started running on the treadmill and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I contacted a personal trainer that lived in my area, Karen Plott. She does Get Fit Over 40, so women over 40.
Yeah. Oh.
Giving my age away now.
How did you get in?
Yeah, well.
They made an exception.
Yeah. So I went and seen her, and it started off with 2 half-an-hour sessions a week. So I would go for a half an hour, and I'm like, I can do this. Who can't do this? 2 half-an-hour sessions.
Yeah, not bad.
But I started to feel better, and my body started to change really quickly, quickly. And I'm like, wow, I feel better. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't about doing it for anybody else. It was doing it for myself. I wanted to feel better. I wanted more energy. I'm a very busy woman, so I need that energy.
You do.
So I started to do that, and a girlfriend of mine said to me, like, it was coming up, it was in August, she said, you should do the competition, fitness competition October. And I like laughed. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, I can't do a fitness competition. What are you talking about? She goes, no, you should. So I went to my coach and said, I think I'm gonna do the fitness competition. And she was like, you need 12 weeks to do the fitness competition. We don't have 12 weeks. I'm like, it's mind over matter. I do enough meditation and spiritual stuff. I can do this.
I'll bend the spoon with my mind.
Yes, I've done that. We should do that one time. We'll bend spoons on your show.
I love it.
So I put my mind to it. I put my focus on it, and I did it.
Undivided, relentless focus.
Yeah, and that was it.
It's amazing what focus can do, eh?
It's your mindset, right? It wasn't that I couldn't do it. It was that I'm going to do it. It wasn't that I should do it. It was that it became a must.
I am doing it.
I am. That's it. I'm going to do it. And first competition, walked on stage with girls half my age, and I took first.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
High five, girl. High five.
So
that's awesome.
It was like,
very good.
You know, I wanted to be able to show my children.
Yeah.
It started for me just to feel better. But I wanted to show my children that no matter what, you want something, you want to do something, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't.
At any age.
You can. At any age.
It's never too late to be
I'm
great.
over 40 and I go in a competition, right? So it's like, why the heck not?
Any more shows? Any competitions in the future? Would you do it again?
I think I'm just taking the summer off, taking a break. I'm really focusing on my business end of stuff, and I probably do another one come the fall.
Cool.
Why not?
Cool.
It's fun.
I was thinking of doing one again. I've had 3 spinal surgeries now, so for me it's like no more heavy lifting, no deadlifts, right? So I'm going to do the whole thing through nutrition.
Yes.
Nutrition knowledge.
Well, it's 70-80% of it is that nutrition,
I want to prove that you can do it over 40. Believe it or not, I'm over 42. And as well, you know, just to really focus on nailing your nutrition.
Yeah.
You know, that it can be done. You know, still moving around, use it or lose it, right? You still need to be active, and you have to have that resistance in there. But to really prove not only to the world but to myself that I still got it, right?
Prove it to yourself and be an example
those little
for
goals,
others.
You know, and it's nice. Like a fitness competition is so cool because you get the best of both worlds. You have this hardcore discipline going in, and then when you come out, that first meal, you know, it's like food is heavenly again. And then you like
it does everything taste so much better.
Too crazy because you can put it on so fast again. It's just really enjoying both, you know, and I did that personally for about 4 or 5 years before I had my first spinal surgery. Yeah. But I love it. I love that industry.
Yeah. I like it because, you know, it's not about it's not only about your body and making that physical appearance look good. It's about challenging yourself and pushing yourself and seeing how far you can get. You know, it's not that I can walk on stage in heels and bikini.
Trophy.
Right, that's not what it's about. It's about pushing myself and seeing how far I can push myself and how far I can go and challenging myself. You know, it really
There's so many
gives you,
great
like,
people too in that industry. You know, it's just like they're all this movers and shakers and doers, and I commend anybody that can step on stage. I mean, it's hard enough to get up there, you know, and just show off kind of what you got, but in, you know, a little hot shorts or a bikini or whatever, to really take it to that nth degree. Now you have that photo. I got this one photo back when I used to have abs. You know, it was like, you know, I got the ab, right? So, but now it was like that photo that I can use forever. Yeah. Right? That's like the money shot. You know what I mean? And then people will look at that, and you can show your grandkids and say, hey, you know what?
And that's the shot you can put up on your mirror and look at every morning as you do your journey again.
That's it. You inspire yourself now. You don't have to put somebody else up there.
Exactly.
So let's talk about the store. Let's talk about Thrive.
Yeah, so it's in Ridgeway. It's called Thrive Mind, Body, and Soul. Ridgeway is Niagara area. Thrive Mind, Body, and Soul. Thrive Mind, Body, and Soul.
Is there a website?
www.thrivemindbodysoul.com.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So it's spiritual gift items. I carry a lot of crystals and shungite's one of my favorite. Oh, right here, shungite. I have a shungite on. It's one of my favorite stones. It's called shungite.
Shungite. How do you spell that?
Shungite.
Shungite.
Yeah, it's a rock from
Where's
Russia.
Shungite? From Russia.
It's the only place in the world.
I do. I have a bead line as well, right? So it's called JK9 line. So we're looking for different semi-precious stones. So 100% of the profits go to at-risk youth.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
It's a gang exiting program. So the kids are actually making them with a lady designer, a friend of ours, Michelle Mahar, right? So, and we're giving 100% of the profits back to the kids.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so.
Congratulations.
So we gotta, like, this is just regular beadery, right? Just regular beads, but now we're looking for the semi-precious stones to start creating the same style with semi-precious stones. So maybe we'll get some shungite.
Yeah, it's an amazing stone.
Expensive?
It's an amazing stone. Not expensive, but it is a little more pricey than like, say, something as amethyst or rose quartz.
So
that's more
does it have
common.
spiritual values and powers?
Well, shungite comes from Russia. The only place in the world it's found is in Russia. So there's a couple theories on it. One is that it broke off a living planet and came into Earth and landed there. The other theory is that is what Earth is originally made from. So it contains all the elements of the periodic table. So it enhances everything good and pulls out everything bad. It really balances your body.
Nice.
It's really amazing. The energy off it's really amazing.
And so this would be something similar to what you sell in the store.
Yep, and I sell a lot of incense and cleansing tools. So because I'm so much...
Is it more people coming in or more people buying online these days?
Well, I haven't started the online stuff. I'm just working with Marcos to do that now.
Perfect.
So it's people that are coming in. Yeah, I've had people come in as far as like Woodbridge and Toronto. And, and yeah, they come down to my store in Ridgeway. And it's like, we drove all the way down here. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. It's amazing.
Why Ridgeway? Why not Toronto?
Because I have kids there.
You know what? This makes sense.
You know, those three little kids running around, I kind of got to stay where they are.
So they have their life there. And that's cool. That's cool. I bet they're proud of mom. You know, everything that mom's gone through to accomplish what you've accomplished.
You know what was amazing is sometimes, you know, kids don't express how proud they are of you or how much they appreciate you. And I gotta...
Quite the opposite sometimes.
Right? You know, kids are kids, right? They want what they want.
And
they're, they want what they want. They're going to tell you what they want. When they don't get it, they're going to, you know. So my oldest daughter actually gave me a card for Mother's Day. She's 12 years old and she made this card. And it was like inspiring, strong, and it had all these like amazing words on it that I wanted to show them who I was and show them that they could be that.
Nice.
And when she gave me this card, I looked at her and I was like, is this what you really think about me? And she's like, yes, you're one of the strongest women I know, Mom. And I was like, you know.
Hey, Wonder Woman's coming out.
I carry Wonder Woman on my keychain. One of my clients gave it to me.
I believe you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Is that one of your like heroes? You know, and a lot of women, they look up to Wonder Woman, you know, the fictitious, heroic Wonder Woman.
No.
No, it never has been?
No, it hasn't. I believe you can be anything you want to be, so why become somebody else?
True.
We're all authentic.
Tara Lee, the superhero.
Right, exactly.
That's right.
I don't mean to sound arrogant,
your 12-year-old looks up to you like that.
We need to create our own paths,
How cool is that, though? I mean, that's the ones that we want to impress the most, is the ones that are closest to us. You know, just to find and have that connection of love and understanding and appreciation, you know, amongst our family is so, so important, you know, and having our kids grow up in the light of us doing good.
Yes,
you know, and when we're doing good and we're doing things properly and we're leading by example, you know, hopefully the kids follow suit. You know, I didn't.
I didn't either. I didn't either, but those were our lessons that we needed to learn, right?
And now we're the teachers and the guides. So
and the students.
I love it. Tara Lee here on the DYNAMO Show. I am your host, James Erdt. I am so, so grateful for having each and every one of you tune in, and I look forward to seeing you guys all at episode 46.